Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about a highlighting palette I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of this holiday season. And it's from Becca Cosmetics in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. So of course it has Champagne Pop in here, and the palette is called Champagne Glow. So it's one of 3 highlight shades in here. So it's her highlight, and it also has 2 limited edition highlights. So this palette is $34 and it's exclusive to Sephora. This is packaging. On the back, it just has a picture of Jaclyn Hill and her little commentary. I almost want to keep the packaging just because it has a picture of Jaclyn Hill on it, and I love her so much. And this is the palette, and it is a pretty decent size. When I saw it in pictures and stuff, I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller. The actual highlights in here kind of don't take up the whole palette, so that is the one downside, but they are really decent size. So these are 3 highlight shades. So we have Champagne Pop in the center, which is a golden peach highlight. And then we have Blush Copper, which is a little bit darker. It's actually pretty dark. I actually used it as a blush, and it looks nice as a blush. So if you're worried about that highlight shade, it's definitely a good blush too. And then Pearl is a really fine, more of a satin highlight shade. It's not something that's really going to pop like Champagne Pop. It's not going to be something that's really like defined on your cheekbones. That's more of a subtle highlight. So Champagne Pop is a very warm shade, and then Pearl would look good with some cool tone shades. And then this I could just use however I want. Like I said, I'm probably just going to use it as a blush exclusively because it's so dark. But I just like having a variety in palettes. I'd rather have lots of smaller items than one big thing. And in terms of how much product comes in here, it's 0.25 ounces, and a full-size Becca highlight is 28. So this is almost the same size as a full highlighter. But those Becca highlights, if you see them at Sephora, those are huge. They're like a pretty decent size, like big compact. So I'm definitely not going to go through a whole one of those. And so you pretty much get the same amount of product for the same price. A full highlight is $38 and this is $34. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the highlights. So Pearl is coming off on my hand like a stark white, but I like this, and I did get like a pretty decent highlight swatch on there. But it is a very like pearly finish. I don't know if you can tell if it looks matte, but it is very pearly like its name, and it has more of a silver cool tone undertone. And I use the whole palette today. I use this as my brow bone highlight, and I am obsessed already. I want this color on my brow bone every single day of my life. It's a really, really pretty brow bone highlight. I used it in my inner corner, and then I used it down the center of my face actually. So it's one of those highlights that you can use in less obvious places. So I love like a pretty intense highlight on the tops of my cheekbones, but then down the center of my face I'm not going to use like Champagne Pop. I'm going to use something more subtle, so it's just like lightening my face without being sparkles down the center of my face, if that makes sense. Champagne Pop, this is the first time I have Champagne Pop and I'm able to see it live and in action. Like I said, it's shimmery and peachy and golden. This is going to be so pretty in the summertime as well. I think it did come out in the summer. I just couldn't get myself to get it even though I wanted it so bad. So I'm glad to finally have that. I love this color of highlights, especially when I'm using like a nude blush or a peachy blush. And then Blush Copper is like a whole nother, like that would be a very pretty eyeshadow as well. It is like a bronzy, coppery color, and it has a little bit more of an orangey undertone. So I was a little nervous to use Blush Copper as a blush today. I just thought that it might look really sparkly and not so like a really pretty nude blush, but it actually looks really good. It does look really pigmented, like it gives you color, and I didn't have to build it up so much, and if I did apply more, it just applied a more even color, and it didn't make it look like really, really sparkly. So I was really happy with that color. It just is like a really pretty shimmery blush. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This is also a really pretty color on its own. Like if you didn't apply any other highlight or any bronzer or anything, that's just like a really pretty color to have on your cheeks just to add some color to your face. And then on top of that blush or highlight, I used Champagne Pop just on top of my cheekbone. And I thought like layering highlights would just make it really intense. And it is a little bit, but not in a way that I normally don't wear it. So I like layering it, and then like I said, I put the Pearl color on my inner corners and down the center of my face. I think the color Pearl probably stands out the most on the top of my nose and my chin. I usually go a little crazy with highlight there, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm just going to keep doing that. So overall, I think these highlight shades are really different than any other highlight shade I own. I do have the color Opal. I know Opal and Moonstone are like the big colors from Becca that people use a lot. So I'm going to show you what Opal looks like in comparison. And I actually have like a smaller size Opal as well. And I've had this for a while. It's going to last me a really long time. And Opal is more of like a champagne pinky color. So that's right there. And it's very different than Champagne Pop. Opal has more pink undertones, and this one has a little bit more of a warmer orangey undertones. And in terms of the quality, if you've tried Becca highlights, it's exactly the same. And if you haven't, they're just really, really great quality. They are very pigmented. They blend out really nicely. They're really soft, and they last all day. So I'm happy with the quality. It's a really, really well-priced product, I think. $34 for 3 products, so that's what, like $12, a little less per highlight. I mean, a highlight from the drugstore is about that price. So getting a really good quality one, and I love supporting YouTubers. I love supporting Jaclyn Hill, and especially because it's in Sephora, that's like a really big deal. So I'm so happy to finally have her product. I did end up picking up a second one of these palettes, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and it's all wrapped up from my package from Sephora. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway here and on Instagram. On Instagram, I did reach 3K this month, so it's a 3K giveaway, and I'm also going to have a chance to enter through YouTube. So on YouTube, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, and then down below just leave me a comment letting me know why you want to win this palette. And then if you follow me on Instagram and repost an image that I'm going to be sharing for my giveaway, it's just going to be a picture of the palette with my 3K giveaway hashtag, which will be #FabLife3K. If you repost that and tag 2 friends, then you are also entered to win this palette. So you can enter it twice, once through YouTube, once through Instagram. If you already follow me on Instagram and you repost the image, in your comment, just let me know that so I can link those 2 up. So I'm really excited about this. This is like a really great, this is actually like a birthday present to myself because my birthday is like next week. And this is one of my many birthday presents for myself. But I'm really excited about this palette because I don't have any highlight palettes. I don't have too many highlighters, but I love highlighting. I've been doing highlighting forever. So I love this palette, and I'm sure you will too if you win my giveaway. So please enter if you would like to win this palette below. And if you did like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.